My name is Adrian Latour too, and I am a Fulbright Scholar doing research in Vietnam. My vision of an ideal world is an ideal world wouldn't be actually my vision. It would be a world in which everyone can realize their vision, but also understand how that relates to someone else's vision, and start to synthesize their vision with someone else's. So it's not just your vision or independent vision, it's how your vision can work with someone else's to create a larger vision.
My name is Micah Morton. I'm native of Philadelphia. I'm living in Thailand now doing research with the Highland minority group as a distribution across the borders in the region. Well, a peaceful world. Peaceful world, but also one that's very decentralized. Sort of people living in local communities, but of course interacting with each other, but very much sort of focused on local land, local food production, sort of very much on local culture, traditions, rituals that would bring people together in a meaningful sense. And at the same time, that diversity existing within those local communities. A world without, guns and bombs and things like that. And a world, a simplistic world too. My mind is all of this materialism, and one that emphasizes more the needs rather than the wants. And I think that goes hand in hand with the idea of a more localized, more simplistic way of life. I think the more rooted people are to place and community, I think that there's probably they're not trying as much to fill a gap that they would otherwise try to fill by buying Gucci or something, or competing in this sort of rat race.
My name is Nathan Bullock, and I am a Fulbright Fellow from the U.S. to Singapore.
Okay, cool. And where are you from in the U.S.?
I'm from North Carolina, and I went to the University of Richmond. I think an ideal world is one in which all people have the freedom to choose their own future, like self-determination in their lives and in their representations of their lives in terms of like their identity, that they aren't subject to any kind of labels or any kind of identity that's mandated or forced or socially constructed. And that enables the people to really interact in a very Fulbright kind of way, where they don't see these boundaries and they don't see these barriers to their friendships and citizenships, and that doesn't prevent cooperation and lead to conflict.
I'm Seamus.
Where are you from?
Montana.
And where are you living?
Indonesia.
And who is your father?
Kirkbrand.
He's a Fulbright Scholar.
Yeah. I think one which cared about the environment, and obviously there's not going to be no tension, but like no religious clashes and tension. Democracy, more democracy around the world, and rights for all people. Rights for everyone that don't have rights, like races and sexes and homosexuality and all that stuff. I'm answering this.
You can go after.
Less materialistic.
Yeah.
And more open-minded to other cultures around the world.
I'm Adam Willman, and I'm living in Indonesia, Bandung, and I'm from Saratoga Springs, New York. Well, firstly, an open-mindedness to everyone. Absolutely no racial discrimination, no sex discrimination. Free rights for everyone, and an open-mindedness to other cultures, but an open-mindedness to other cultures, and also an ability to understand and process other cultures. So not one culture, but kind of a way to connect with others, with people a world apart. I would also like equal rights, no war, famine, or any poverty. So obviously this is fantasy, but
I'm Graham. I live in Indonesia, but I'm from Bozeman, Montana. It's peace. It's pretty much everything.
I am Maria Lichtman, and I'm a Fulbright Scholar in Indonesia, based in East Java. I come from the United States, of course, and I teach at Appalachian State University in North Carolina. The world we're in right now is a world of conflict and disintegration, and I'm concerned when I go to a place like Indonesia that I see religious groups not getting along and in fact intensifying the conflicts between peoples that could be merely ethnic, but religion is not a source of the healing and solution. So I feel like each religion could reach within itself to its roots and find ideals of compassion and caring and service and just reaching out to humankind, and that the religions need to be taught in a different way so that they're not just identity markers that are close up boundaries between peoples.
I'm Samir Nazir. I'm Fulbrighting in Singapore right now. So I guess the main thing is some sort of a society where everyone has equal access to opportunity. I guess it's a big answer.
Oh yeah, I'm Catherine Rosen-Gagnon, and I'm also Fulbrighting in Singapore. I don't think that exists or can exist.
Well, but if you could just imagine any world, whether or not it's possible,
I would imagine a world where you have the least possible constraints on your personal freedoms, but somehow magically everyone is able to act in a moral way, basically.
My name is John Vo, and I dabble in the arts.
Okay, cool. And where are you living now?
I'm living in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Okay, my vision of an ideal world is opposing sides synthesizing into one common side.
I'm Colleen O'Neill. Something more.
You can say whatever you want, if that's all you want to say.
I'm from New Orleans. I am now in New York. And the way my kids describe what I do for my work is I help make children feel better. I guess it's as simple as everyone would treat other people the way they'd want to be treated themselves, and that they would pause before they respond to people or do things to people, and just think about it more and not just do whatever their society tells them to do. Like, wouldn't necessarily go to war, wouldn't necessarily punch someone if they're offended. So you would just kind of take a big breath before you respond to people.